Guys, welcome back to episode 84 of the Double Bogey Show. We have a doozy on our hands for you. Today we talked about Matt and his first week at league, and can Matt break 55 through 9 holes by the end of the summer? We also dove into the things that just don't make a round of golf fun. There's a couple really good ones in there. I think we touched on most of them. That's a majority of today's episode. It's going to be a good one, so make sure you tune in, and thanks for listening.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.
Hey guys,
Oh, really?
That is the
most timid.
welcome to the podcast.
Really the high-pitched voice again?
That's what Matt does. That's how Matt's getting flamed in comments.
I've been getting
for
it's bad lately.
for being too tame.
Explain the
And then also he's been called Valley Girl a couple times.
We called Valley Girl.
Why do people think
timid?
that? Have your balls just not dropped yet?
I hit puberty late. I might still not be all the way there.
What was the?
I'm waiting to hit it too.
What
dude.
caused the
Don't worry.
lateness?
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure everyone else got through it safely before I went through it.
I mean, my voice will crack every once in a while. I think that's just like
But you also
it's natural.
you have a lot of range in your voice. You'll go up and down with it a good amount.
Really?
Well, just the way you talk, like the jokes you make, you're going really high sometimes, you're going really low sometimes.
Yeah, but if I
Interesting.
go high, I get called out.
I think it's because it's unnatural, though.
Why?
I don't know. I
You're
just
more
don't-
even keeled.
Yeah, I don't think we've heard it enough from you to know that it's just a natural thing from you.
Okay.
So it's just a little. It kind of throws us for.
I'm going to talk
for a
like
loop.
that the whole podcast today.
Oh God.
Give us that sing-songy
Yeah.
voice.
I'm the Valley Girl today, Matt.
There we go.
We got a couple house cleaning items
Keeping.
to take care of right away. Matt got his first lesson last Friday.
I did.
Ooh.
Also, guys, welcome back. Double Bogey Show, episode 83.
84.
84.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Jinx.
Straight cash, homie.
Antonio Brown.
Eh.
Randy's cooler.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, yep.
Yep.
There's someone I'm missing that I
yeah,
can't think of.
Popular 84. Chris Carter.
Chris
No,
Carter's number 80. That's
Okay.
why I wore number 80 back in the day.
84. Yeah.
That's it. The Randy Moss is the only one that matters.
Actually,
Definitely the most famous.
Yeah.
we should have, starting in like mid 70s, we should have went out for each podcast, went out and played a round of golf to see if we could shoot what number the podcast was.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
as
we're in that range right now.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Give me about 6 more podcasts and then we'll try it. Because that way I have a 90 is a good buffer.
Podcast
for me.
95, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good.
Speaking of 95, we had our first night of league.
Okay. I was
did.
going to get into Matt's lessons first, but do we want to go with league to start it off?
I think we should to talk about Matt's league score.
Oh,
and
that is a great feed into the lessons.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So first night of league. It was electric. Tyler,
Beautiful night.
how much fun did I have?
I think you had so much fun.
And also, like, has my demeanor changed?
Yes. Yeah.
You didn't like, you weren't like, Jesus.
I was.
cool down, buddy.
It did at one point. You were being too nice. And I felt like he's trying to be nice right now.
Explain the part to me.
There was a couple times where I beat you on holes and you came up and gave me fist bumps and you were pumped. And I was like, this is an ass.
You know what it was
Well,
like?
no, to be honest, I didn't even know that you had beat me on the hole. I was
is
literally
good.
I was only focused on my score because the league rules for that night was top gross and top net score.
Yep. Which
So-
you and myself took home.
Yep, exactly.
It reminded me a lot of when someone comes back from anger management class and they're trying too hard to be nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, this guy could blow it any second. I better give him a fist bump.
See, but here, Tyler, here's the thing. Hear me out now. You and I don't golf together much
Mhm.
for fun.
Right. And it was fun.
Correct.
Yeah,
So I think that's why you haven't seen that side of me yet.
Yeah, I was a little like, right away, I was like, okay, Ryan is in just a good mood. And then I think you had like one bad hole. And then the next hole, I had a really good hole and you came up to me and I was like, I can't tell. I can't tell if he's kidding or not. But
Interesting.
thank you for the fist bump,
No,
Ryan.
I wouldn't be kidding about that.
I know.
It's not, I'm not, you guys need to understand, I'm not putting an act on right now. I'm genuinely like, it was great to be out there. It was a great day. Hole number 1, Tyler, 320.
Yeah,
Nice
that was sweet.
10-yard draw basically into the green.
Yeah,
50
right at
yards
the
out.
heels of the guys in front of us. Let them know that we're here. We mean business today.
Also, great feeling when we met up with those guys on like the next 5 holes, whatever, at the tee box. They're like, yeah, who hit that bomb on number 10?
I told him it was Matt.
Really?
I did.
The one thing that I can do right on Thursday night, and you do that.
I told him it was Matt. I didn't know.
Man, the driver felt really good though.
Yeah, I think everyone was on
Yeah,
for the most part.
I think so.
Everyone was on for the most part except you, Matt.
Matt, you had 2 good holes.
I mean, I was happy with how I played overall.
Yep.
I had a lot of trees. The trees were a problem.
So that's the thing, Matt. I don't think you can go away being happy about that round.
Why not?
You can have a good time because I know you want to get better.
Yeah.
I know you want to get better. So if you're happy and content with how you played Thursday, I don't think that's the right mindset.
I disagree. What good does it do to dwell on negativity?
But what good
I'm
does
more
it
with
do?
Matt here.
What good does it do to not look at that round and be like, God, I know I can do better.
You need to notice.
I can, but why would I be upset about it?
Well,
Don't let it upset
not
you, but
yeah.
know there's room for improvement.
thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
that's basically the mindset I have. I probably just don't display it as much.
Okay, maybe I misread you.
Yeah. So with the rules of that, it was top gross score, top net score. We had to have handicaps. None of us have official handicaps. So they asked us to just write down what a good 18-hole score is for each of us, right?
Yep, it's a good call.
So I wrote down 95. Matt, we wrote down 110 for you.
Yeah.
And you were like an 88 or something, whatever. Ryan wins gross score with a 42.
42, yep.
Jade and I tied with 44, but since I have a worse handicap, I win net score.
Yep.
Matt, 75.
Let's go.
Which, if we were 18 holes, is a 150. So with your handicap, that actually makes that score worse. I think. I don't know.
I don't understand handicaps.
Me
still.
either. But I know that your handicap will be adjusted
It will
going
be.
into the next week. I think you did the right move, though. Sandbagging first round. We get it. We know what you were up to.
Oh, yeah.
And you're sandbagging your handicap, Matt. We all know.
I mean, there's zero benefit to playing your best round the first round
Yeah.
of the week, of the year.
Completely agree.
Yeah,
and
so I
you know
fucked
it's
myself.
yeah, you know it's not gonna. It's just. But I feel like overall we all played pretty well for the first round of the year.
I think so, too. I think, to Matt's point, I think I played too well. I think I fucked myself because that was the best round I've played in a long time.
You did play really nice. You played a really nice round.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a lot more normal golf, less recovery shots.
Yeah. You lost your first shot of the day though.
Second shot.
Second shot of the day.
Second shot of the day. First shot off the tee was not bad. Second shot, I hit a fade now. Faded into
Weird.
the water.
Yeah, weird how that works.
Yeah, it's very strange. But I played again on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into that round later, but I played like horse shit.
Okay.
Because I had another lesson Friday and Lucas taught me a bunch of new stuff. The new stuff fucked me. I was sitting in a good spot, just took his couple, 2-3 things of advice and they were working great. Then he added a couple, 2-3 more and I'm a mess.
Really,
I'm a mess. I'm thinking about way too much shit.
Tyler.
Yep.
Welcome to my world.
Yep.
There was also an unnatural amount of water on the course that Thursday because it's spring and there was literally like
Yeah, we had to play.
artificial lakes that
Yeah.
have been
Oh
kinda
yeah.
created.
I mean, there's only one.
We played an island green at one point because the river's so high.
Yeah.
Usually, all that water in front of you is just grass.
yeah.
But no one went in the water.
Yeah, which is
I did
impressive.
that one, didn't I?
Can you?
Oh no, never mind.
No.
I actually didn't.
Yep.
Do you remember that one hole, Matt, where I think you hit a tree and then you hit like
You went straight
went
down.
behind You were, this is a different hole. This one was on
Yeah.
like number 15
I
or
think
something.
it was on that floating island one because there was one I got like
No,
Yeah,
it
'cause you
was
will.
on 2 holes after that.
Oh, is it?
It was coming back towards the island green.
That's right. Yeah.
Explain that to me real quick.
There was a ton of trees in the way. I had no clear shot, so I just figured I'd muscle it through. Kind of figured the trees
You
would
muscle
fall.
it through the tree.
I don't know.
I don't know if anyone's ever been able to muscle it through a
No.
tree branch or a tree trunk or anything.
You could have
Even
got
the
lucky
leaves, dude.
and
Yeah.
got through the tree.
That's what I was kind of praying on.
Yeah.
I kind of figured I was due for some good luck.
You're also
I
just,
wasn't.
You're also just rushing yourself a lot because I think you were kind of down by another group that was on another green and you just wanted to like get out of there.
Yeah,
I think you were
that's
rushing
true.
yourself a little bit too much.
Probably.
But we all had a good time.
It was a
I
great
mean,
time. I wanted to play 18.
Yeah.
We tried to play another 9 and they wouldn't let us.
Oh, really?
It was full.
Mm-hmm.
So we went and got beers right away. We went and got 8 beers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got a 4-pack and an 8-pack special." So I'm like, "All right, well, we'll do 2 different types of 4-packs, right?" And I'm thinking the special is like, okay, maybe like $3 beers to $2.50 beers, whatever. I get the tab; it's $5 a beer after the 4-pack special.
Well, yeah, it's because they're $7 if you buy singles.
Oh no shit!
Yep.
$7 for a beer on the
Mhm.
course.
Well, they know you're going to men's night and you're going to pay whatever price to get those beers.
What is that coming to?
I don't know, man. It's sad. We got to get
Because after
prices
tip,
back down.
after tip, it's $8 at least.
Mhm.
And if you only have a 10, fuck, you're like, you got to get back up on the tee box. You don't want to take too much of the Bev Cart gal's time. So you're like, just keep the 10.
Yeah, and the BevCart's card reader wasn't working, and none of us carry cash anymore.
I had cash. I dropped about $80 on beers that day. So
Yeah.
don't think I forgot about that, you two.
Hey,
Oh, never.
I got as many rounds as I could with the cash
I know.
available to me.
I know.
I didn't pay for any of them.
Yeah,
Well,
But this week, I got you guys this week.
I'm gone this week, missing league, second week.
Looks like there's gonna be rain too. It says
Is there?
T-storm
Yeah, maybe
warning,
it'll.
yeah.
Fingers crossed, it'll get canceled so I don't miss anything.
I think it will. It says T-storm warning right now.
Scattered,
T-storm means thunderstorm.
scattered
Oh,
T-storm.
I like
yeah,
that.
scattered
Little-
T-storms.
You and Ryan hanging out too much, abbreviating everything.
I know. An absolute storm of testosterone coming
Yep.
through. The boys will be so bricked.
But yeah, so that leads great. Matt shoots a 75, collapses on the
Through
course
through 9.
through 9
Yeah.
holes.
Do you guys actually consider that collapsing?
Yes.
I honestly walked away very happy
Absolutely.
with it.
No, now your scores are going to improve immensely
Probably.
because you got a lesson on Friday.
I did.
Walk us through your lesson.
Yeah, so me and my girlfriend did a lesson together. We were both kind of like similar skill levels or whatever.
So I don't, sorry to interrupt. I
No,
don't
go for
I don't
it.
know if many people do that. Typically couples will go
yeah.
out for couples massages
Mm-hmm.
or like couples pedicures or shit like that.
Yeah, couples experiences should be relaxing.
Yeah. And I mean, I dig it.
Yeah,
Was it a good time?
it was because we're both like same skill levels. And I think I preferred that because I think I preferred Lucas would work with me for a little bit, then go over, work with her. And I would just get to like kind of practice what he was telling me by myself without him looking. And I
That's
think
kinda nice.
I think I preferred that, honestly.
So your girlfriend's the same skill level as you?
yeah.
We can't let that happen.
Why is that?
Because I just feel like you can't let your wife beat you in golf.
She also doesn't have a golf podcast, so she probably like that probably does mean I should probably step it up a little
Yep.
bit.
Yes, correct.
But-
So keep walking us through it.
Yeah.
You get there. Are you both hitting at the same bay? You're both hitting at different garage doors.
We're just like right next to each other at that same like one garage door area or whatever.
and Lucas had you pull out the 7-iron right away, correct?
No, we were started with drivers. We only did drivers. We didn't do
really?
irons. We
Okay.
didn't do irons at all.
And okay, we'll get to that part of the story, Ryan. Slow the fuck down, buddy. Okay,
Yeah,
so
let him tell the story.
go
T-storm
ahead.
brewing over there.
go ahead.
Yeah, so we just hit drivers, worked on stance a lot. I realized how much weight I was putting on my toes rather than like my
Mhm.
heels.
Okay.
That was huge. A lot of my lessons or a lot of my like tips were around just like relaxing. I'm very rigid,
Mhm.
apparently, believe it or not. So
Yeah.
learn
Oh,
how
yeah.
learn how to relax, bend my elbows a little bit, grip. Just it was really just like the basics. I've
Do
never
you
gotten.
look a lot cooler now?
I have no idea. I didn't watch myself.
He didn't film you?
I feel cooler. No, he didn't.
Okay.
I think it was very basic lesson. I think it was like beginner lesson.
How many
pretty
times did he
much.
tell you to keep your head down?
Not a ton.
Mm.
I actually not once.
That was a free lesson.
Yeah, that's
was a-
right. Yeah, you already got that lesson.
Yeah,
On to the
exactly.
next thing.
My biggest one was like how I was standing. Like apparently I stood too low originally. So
You're very. You
Squatted
look
down.
uncomfortable.
yeah, so it was more just like standing and like staying in that like same spot. Apparently he called it like staying on a bar stool and like not
Mm.
getting off the bar stool like throughout the swing or whatever.
Interesting.
But
They
very
should,
productive.
he should do that. They should dig a hole in the ground, put a bar stool down in there, and then you have to swing off a bar stool.
Mm.
That's kind of sick.
I like how he's done the bar stool thing to me too. I wonder if that's something he tells everyone, or he just knows who we are and what our brand is, so
Yeah.
he thinks that we can relate to the bar stool.
It could
Yeah.
be. That's
Oh, I know
interesting.
exactly where a bar stool is in terms of sitting.
Yeah,
all the time.
Spend a
Yeah.
lot of time there.
Yeah, that's true. So by the end of it, you only hit driver. By the end of it, how was the driver? Like,
was-
were you hitting like 200, 250, 150? Like,
It was phenomenal.
How did you do a driver lesson without a driver, Matt?
I bought one.
Yep. Matt
Dude,
goes
you're-
to one lesson, leaves with a brand new driver.
It wasn't brand new.
Used?
It was one of the ones that they have like in the bays or whatever.
Okay.
And they have
Which are-
like dents in them. But they're only, he said like a year old.
how much did you pay for the driver, if you don't mind me asking?
50.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
100%.
$50? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was stoked.
I mean, there's so much pop left in that driver too, and this isn't anything against you, but you don't
It's about to
need
be.
you don't need
Go for it though.
you don't need a super fancy driver.
No.
You don't need extra stiff shaft. You don't need anything like that.
No, 100%.
Until you can start hitting the driver, then you might have to look at dialing in that type of thing.
The driver you have is a perfect new travelhood or brotherhood of the traveling driver.
Yeah, I think
This is
so.
a great one for you once you dial in your game to upgrade to a big fancy driver, and then this one gets passed down to your next buddy that's trying to learn golf.
Well, you can pass it down to me, and then I'll hopefully just break it right down the middle.
Yeah.
So that'd be great. Because, I mean, you did that to my last. Technically, that's my driver that you own right now.
It is. It's like the Elder Wand in Harry Potter.
So we'll have to look at like a rental fee.
Yeah, something like that. I'll just pay you rent. You're my driver landlord.
Didn't he buy the driver he broke from you?
No.
No,
Neither
that
of you
one
have.
was
I gave it.
Neither of you have
I
bought the
traded
driver.
you a club.
I gave it back.
I didn't
No,
know
you
it was yours
didn't.
though, Ryan. Tyler just gave that one to me.
Yeah, because it was mine. I traded Ryan straight up.
For the hybrid?
Yeah.
I don't know where you have it. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I don't.
I don't.
You have it.
Maybe I sold it.
You might have.
Maybe I gave it to you.
The hybrid.
The hybrid, yeah.
Yep. The
TaylorMade?
Yeah.
Matt's going to break that too.
Yeah.
No way.
We got to figure this out. Someone's got to get paid here.
I did pay you.
Okay. So did you start out the lesson with the new driver? Did you buy it right away?
No, I use my current driver, but by the end,
You don't have a driver. You have a little dinky
I do
three-wood from
have a
1995.
I had a driver too. I just never use it because it's terrible.
Okay.
But you started off with that, and then about halfway through, he's like, you know what? Let's try a club from this century to see if that works out. And lo and behold, that made a big difference too.
So you're getting some good loft on the drives. Like, tell me about your swing. You keep beating around the bush here. Tell me how the fucking ball was flying in the air.
Phenomenally.
Okay, but like, give me launch angle. Like, I know
I don't know angles.
I know you had the TrackMan out.
What about Albert Einstein?
What, like club speed, spin rate? Like, give me all that.
We didn't do any of the numbers or anything like that.
Okay.
But it was going straight. It was going in the air. I think I could have won.
Isn't that what every club is supposed to do, Matt?
Yes, but it's new for me.
Okay, good.
That's
good,
a
good.
very new thing for me. I think if we were to redo the golf Olympics, I would have won long drive with the way I was going around at the end. I'm dead serious when I say that.
Okay.
Lucas also said I was the best listener out of all of us in the office. No big deal.
Okay.
What does he mean by that?
I don't know. You have to ask him. And he'll probably tell you, but you probably
just
won't
listens.
listen.
Tyler.
We got to find someone new for league.
No, that's great. That's
Are you sure? It doesn't sound like you think
no,
that.
it's great. It's great. I mean, you saw my drive on number 10 to start league.
I did.
320.
I'm saying
I
I
mapped
can
it
now
out, too.
give you a run for your money.
No,
That's
what?
all I'm
no,
saying.
I'm talking about being the best listener. I took
okay.
what he told me, I applied it, and it worked.
Okay.
I mean, that's how it should work, right? Tyler's sitting over there laughing. Well, I'm happy that you got the lesson. How did the girlfriend do?
She did good. We both had like a lot of improvement. And then we ended up staying and just hitting at a bay for an extra hour. We were both left very invigorated and excited.
Because you
Nice.
can't just stop hitting balls.
Yeah.
Especially when you get it figured out a little bit, you just can't stop.
Yeah. It's just like seeing an improvement in anything.
How many balls do you think you hit that day?
200.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
You're almost halfway there to the record.
Yeah.
425.
We're almost there.
425 record.
We need to block out. We only had Friday night. We should have blocked off the entire weekend.
Also, may I add, go ahead.
I don't know if the record of 425 is something to be super proud of.
No, I think it is.
I think it means you have no responsibilities in life currently.
It means you're too obsessed.
Excuse me?
I mean,
no
you don't.
responsibilities.
You have a dog.
No responsibility. For you to say I have no responsibility, that's
No. I mean, obviously, if you're hitting a ball 425 times a weekend, you don't have much room for
not
much else.
a weekend. It was one day.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Also, I took that day off of work.
Was it a Saturday?
No, it was a Friday.
Oh, was it?
What?
That helps Matt's argument for no responsibility.
Yeah,
Like,
if you
I
took a
just
day
took
off
work
of
off.
I needed a day to myself.
Must be nice to be able to take a day off of work.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a long
Says the guy
time.
who has taken every single Thursday, Friday off for the last year and a half.
That's not true. I've also
Literally-
I've worked here for 9 months.
Literally the 3-day work week for Matt. One day he gets off early because we go golf, and the other day he just doesn't feel like coming in.
I don't think I've ever done one just because I don't feel like coming in. At least I just want to tell
That
you
was my
guys.
first time doing it, and I'll tell you what, it felt good. Felt
See,
really
I think you should enjoy it. I don't think you should work as hard as you do. I personally don't have that choice. I have no choice but to work hard.
I mean, I was working hard on my golf game that day.
yeah, it's a different type of strategy. It's a different type of process you're working on.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have a responsibility to myself to work on my golf game. And if that involves hitting 425 balls in one day, I will do that.
Okay, so that is your one responsibility in life then.
Tyler, anything you want to add?
I'm with Matt.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you think I have no responsibilities?
That Friday you didn't have shit going on.
Well, I had a responsibility to be at that lesson at 9 a.m.
That was it. That's 100 balls.
And I had the responsibility of planning my wife's birthday party for that night at Sweet Shots, in which I did help fly her best friend from Montana to Fargo to surprise her.
Okay.
Plus, I organized 12 other people to be there.
And you sneakily made it all golf.
Well, I mean,
Whose idea was Sweet Shots? Was it hers or yours? Was it? Okay.
It's so much better than just going to a restaurant, everyone's sitting around a table and like trying to yell over to the other side to try and talk to someone. You know? So, might I add too, it was a very disappointing Friday morning when I woke up last Friday morning, because I get a text. The text happens to be a picture. The picture happens to be Lucas from Sweet Shots with the former light heavyweight champ, John Bones Jones.
Yeah.
Arguably the best fighter of all time.
I would say top 3, arguably the best.
Yeah, he's in the conversation. It's a LeBron Michael situation here with John Jones.
Yeah.
He was in town for some amateur fights, which did any of you go, by the way?
No.
God damn it. Maurice Green was fighting. He's a former UFC guy. John Jones was at Sweet Shots, and I wasn't there.
Your two favorite worlds colliding.
I know. It was unbelievable. But I also thought about it in a sense of like, I don't think I would have went and got a picture with him and that's it. I wouldn't have like tried to talk to him about his mental strategy going into the Stipe fight here.
Which is
late
good.
July.
That's good. You shouldn't do that.
No, I definitely not. Because I know like some people try and do that with Miles and he likes to make his rounds and try and talk to everybody.
Yep.
But sometimes he gets stuck and I don't want to make anyone get stuck. So
That's a
bummed.
good note for anybody. If you meet someone famous, just take your picture, say hi, and then that's it. Move on.
Unless they want to spark a conversation, then feel free.
Let them spark it. You don't initiate that.
Or if you have a really good crypto you want to pitch them on, then please do pitch
Or
them.
an NFT. We're a different story. Like if someone comes up and says, "Hey, what's up, guys? Like, I
'cause
really
we're
enjoy your
not-
content." I'm gonna fucking sit there and talk to you for probably 10 minutes.
We're also not John Jones famous.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's sweet. I mean,
It was a busy weekend at Sweet Shots.
Yeah, and I
I
had the luxury of getting Lucas morning after John Jones' visit for a lesson.
oh God,
Yeah, Lucas, I'm gonna expose you. He was so hungover.
really?
Oh yeah.
Did he give you a good rate on the lesson?
That was my lesson you paid for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thanks for that.
How'd it go?
It went fine. Yeah, he taught me some more. Like I said, though, it tore the swing down so we can
Overload.
build it back up. It wasn't overload. It was just I am at now where he expected me to be after the first lesson. Like, you know how like they tell you a bunch of shit, your swing is supposed to be all fucked up and you're bad?
Yep.
That didn't happen the first lesson like it was supposed to.
Yep.
It happened this one.
Okay. Well, that's
So the swing I was topping the shit out of everything, and it was ugly for a good 35 minutes of the lesson.
Yeah.
And then we ended on good shots once it all started clicking.
Yep.
But
Good.
Yeah,
It's a process. It's a journey.
it is. It is.
Yeah, you're telling me. Couple takeaways from this segment. Lessons never hurt.
In the long run.
425 balls is a huge responsibility.
It's something.
And if John Jones is at Sweet Shots, fucking get your ass there to get a picture. Okay.
He'll be coming back. He thought he was in South Dakota the whole time.
I know. I'm so
Probably.
bummed
No, he
about
did.
that.
Really?
He asked Lucas to put a story up for him because he didn't want to do it. So Lucas took the picture, tagged Sweet Shots, tagged himself. And then he's like, yeah, just throw on there. Had a great time in South Dakota. Thanks for the hospitality. And Lucas is like, yeah, I'll probably put North Dakota.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, just throw like a Mount Rushmore image in there.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe a sticker of was it the Badlands in South Dakota?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's funny. What do you want to talk about next segment, Tyler?
Well, my round on Saturday was interesting, and I want to talk about the things that make golf not fun.
Okay.
Because there's few of them for us because we like golf so much. There's not a lot of things that can ruin it, but there are a handful, and
Okay.
we're going to talk about those things.
All right, be right back. All right, Tyler. So we obviously love the golf course, as do a lot of you who are listening. But there are a couple of things out there that just make it less fun.
Yeah, there's things that actually I had an experience for the first time in a long time that just made golf not fun.
And would you elaborate a little bit on that?
I
for me?
will. So Saturday, pumped for my round of golf, right? I'm going with my dad and my son. So
How old's
take
your son?
2 years old,
Ooh,
2.5.
Carson?
Three generations of golfers.
Three generations of Zigglers out
Car
there
seat
on
in
the
the
course.
cart?
No.
Okay.
Just hung out on the lap. But we show up to the course, right, and it is gale force winds.
Did you check the weather beforehand?
Yes.
Okay.
And I saw that it was going to be windy. I was like, oh, no big deal. It's super nice. It's really warm. Sun's out, just lots and lots of wind.
Yep.
And like, we can handle that. We're from the Midwest. We deal with winds. We're in Fargo. It's just par for the course, right? No pun intended. We show up, we go out there. First hole, I hit my new fade. Driver off the fade, driver off the deck. Just to
Driver off the deck?
It was a 3-wood, but
Okay. We'll call it a driver for context.
I wanted to keep it low because it was super windy, right?
Yeah, low for dough.
Still skied it, right?
Yep.
Headed to the right side of the fairway. Wind picks up, and I'm not kidding. This is not an exaggeration. 60 yards the wind took it across the fairway.
Back to the other
It
side of the
barely
fairway.
went forward, hits a Quonset building, bounces into the parking lot, and I'm like, this is going to be a long fucking round.
Yeah.
And if I didn't bring my son and my dad, it would have been miserable. You couldn't play golf.
Yeah.
There was no playing for this wind. You could, seriously, I could line up right now for audio visual purposes. Matt is directly to my left. I could turn, aim at Matt, and it would still blow at you. The ball would hit you. It was unfucking believable. You couldn't tee the ball up because the wind would blow the ball off the tee. You had to play the wind while putting. It was insane.
That was one thing I was going to add was when you have to start playing the wind on your putts, it's just, you should probably just leave.
Yeah.
You should just go into the bar, maybe. Go into the bar, have a couple 15, 16 maybe
Yep.
a day. I don't know.
I mean, if I didn't have the kid with, I'd have been shit canned. It would have been the only way to
Yeah, you
recover
almost
the
got to
round.
get shit faced at that point.
Did you put the scorecard away for that round?
I still did it on the app,
Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't. We didn't even grab a scorecard.
I was
So,
going to say.
Yeah.
I will teach you how to hit knockdown shots if you want.
I know how. That was the only way. That was the only way you could play.
I'd have been playing irons a lot. Honestly, I would have played like I played about the latter half of last year of just punch shots.
And that's what we
right
did.
down the middle, and I mean like 150 yard 4-iron if that's what you have to break out.
Yeah, the only time I brought the driver out was when wind was at the back.
Yep.
You kind of
Okay,
tee it
that's a
up
good
a little
call.
bit at a back angle so that the wind would keep the ball on the tee.
Okay, let me just give you some insights on this particular shot that Tyler's talking about. Now, the golf is a huge mental game, right? And part of the mental game is when you walk up to a tee box and the wind is blowing from behind you, it doesn't mean you have to swing the club harder.
No.
It just means that you can swing how you normally would, and you'll probably get 30 extra yards
Yep.
on your shot. Now, old me, it's fun talking to my old self here, because I'm a reborn golfer. this year.
2022, new Ryan.
I know, I'm reborn. I would go up to a tee box with the wind howling at my back, and I would swing as hard as I could. When it's like, well, why don't you do that if there's no wind? Well, it's because I don't want to screw anything up. You don't need to swing as hard. Okay, let me just put that out there. Go on.
Oh, that was it.
So
just
tell us about the Marshall.
Oh, yeah. Yes. First hole. So absolute fucking conundrum at the beginning. Show up, I'm like, hey, I got a tee time for 250. Didn't see me on the list. And I'm like, oh,
really?
shit. One of the dudes, like, hey, listens to the podcast. Good guy, really nice guy. Couldn't find us on the list.
Oh no.
So I pull up the confirmation email. I no-showed him the day before. I got the
Oh,
days
really?
wrong. But they're like, hey, we can get you out right now if you go now.
Yeah.
Like, you can go this very moment. So we run out there. We get our scramble, hit that shitty shot off the Quonset building. Finally, I dribbled one on the ground so it stayed in the fairway, right?
Yep.
We're going up to hit, and Marshall comes out. He's like, hey, how old's that kid? And I was like, 2.5, 3. He's like, well, you got to be 5 to be out here golfing.
Wait, does it say that anywhere?
I'm
in the-
sure it does, but it didn't say it anywhere I looked.
Right, exactly. And you're not going to know any better, especially if it's not plastered right at
Yep.
the tee box. No kid or any kid over 5 needs supervision or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep. But good guy. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to kick you off the course. Just wanted to let you know. So, like, don't bring him back until he's a little bit older.
Well, and
Do you happen to know why that is? It's just because
Yeah, he explained it. He's like, if a 2-year-old gets hurt, it's a pretty big deal.
What about a 5-year-old?
It's also, if anyone gets hurt, it's a big deal. But I think about how much harder it is to control a 2-year-old than it is a 5-year-old. 5-year-old understands
I don't know.
Okay. They're 2-year-olds are absolute fucking psychopaths.
Terrible twos.
Yeah, they run around. They're distracted by everything. A 5-year-old has a little more wits about them.
Yep.
They understand that this is a game. We're playing this game. This is how we're supposed to do it, right? 2-year-old's like, give me the club, give me the ball. I'm going to run around.
Yep.
So that's the only reason I took him, is because Dad was there too, so he was able to help out and yada yada.
Yep.
But good guy, let us play. Just so you guys know, check the age on the course first, or go to a course where there is no age. Because I've brought him golfing before last summer,
Okay.
and that was with like 5 people, and they didn't give a shit. But different course, different rules. Check them out first so you don't get kicked off halfway.
Especially if you are a 2-year-old yourself listening to this podcast,
Yes.
be sure you can check the age before you go check the
Yeah,
course.
Yep.
it's like the line at the water slide. You got to be so tall in order to get on the water slide.
Yep.
Like little. If there's any little kids out there, check that age book.
Yeah, because originally I wanted to spin that round of golf into an episode where we talk about like, here are the do's and don'ts of bringing your young child golfing.
Well, you can.
But I don't know them.
Turns out
because
there's just a don't.
This was such a weird round. So it wasn't like, bring a toy with them in the cart, because you guys will just be out for a quick second. No, we were looking for balls. We were all over the place.
Yep.
Like the wind was like, he got smoked in the face by the fucking pin, because the pin was bent at like a 45-degree angle from the wind.
Already.
So the wind stopped and then picked back up, and fucking flag hits him right in the head.
Did he cry?
He was like,
Just a couple of whimpers.
Yeah, a couple of whimpers, and then he wanted to putt really bad. So we let him putt, and that was it.
Was he good?
Better than me.
Did he
Nice.
put any divots in the green?
No, he didn't.
That's good.
Yeah, very good. Yep.
Because I mean, you could take that. He could think like, oh, this club, I'm going to slam it on the ground.
Yep.
here.
Yeah, we didn't let him hold a club by himself on the green. We did on the tee boxes, though, while waiting for people in front of us.
Okay.
That was another thing, too, with how shitty the wind was. There were so many people out there.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's like last week was like the first official week that every course was open, I think.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's going to be like that. And honestly, like had I been in town, I probably would have been out that day. But I'm a little more cautious of the weather. Like it's hard to enjoy. Like you said, it's hard to enjoy a round
Right.
when it's 45-mile-an-hour winds.
But like, I've played in torrential downpour. Matt
Yep.
was there for that.
Yep.
Still had a ton of fun. I've played in the cold. Still had a ton of fun. I've played in blistering heat when we were at Ozarks last year.
Yep.
Still a ton of fun. This wind was not fun.
Yeah.
It impacted the game to a point where it was just frustration at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I hit some really, really good shots that got picked up by the wind. And like, there was one par 3 where it was 130 yards across water, and I took out a 6-iron for a 130-yard shot. I hit it, and you just saw it climb the wind because it was straight into the wind.
Yep.
And it blew back and landed 30 yards in front of me on the ladies' box. So I hit a 6-iron,
Pants
30 yards.
Pants down.
No, I was in front of the markers, so I didn't
30
have to.
yards.
Yeah, it was unfucking believable.
So you could have
Maybe
went
40.
You could have went driver on that hole.
Honestly, if you hit driver with any sort of height, you wouldn't have had to worry about hitting anyone.
Well, okay. Can I make a suggestion for you? I think course selection on your part was mediocre.
Yeah, it was right next to my house, and I'm bringing a 2-year-old.
It's very true. Yeah, in that situation, I've never actually walked up to a course and been like, all right, today I got to play the wind. I just still play the same game I normally do and don't take the wind into consideration. Like, you just kind of forget about it. It's
Yeah.
still there, but you forget about it. I would like to golf on a windy day and just try and like specifically play the wind.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, we had to. That was the only way we could continue to play with and not lose every single ball we had in our bag, was to just punch
Yeah. And
over and over and over.
that's the type of round too where you can't take that with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure you hit a couple good shots.
Yep.
That would have been good shots.
Yeah, the one big long par 4. We did a video. I don't know if people listening remember the speed hole challenge where we speed walked the whole hole.
Yep.
It was that one. Wind was at my back, and I hit the best drive I've ever hit there.
Yep.
Just because the wind was actually playing to my favor for the first time in the round.
And did you swing super hard?
No, I never swing super hard. You know that.
Well,
Regardless of the situation.
you still get a hold of one though.
Yeah.
I would say one thing that I don't really enjoy is when you roll up to the course, the vibes are good. They're automatically good rolling into the parking lot. And if someone in the pro shop or the marshal are in a bad mood, I immediately like go on the defensive of like, you're not going to ruin my bad mood today. And I might like badmouth you a little bit because you're being an asshole right now. And I
I've
feel
never
like-
had anyone be an asshole to me.
Well, I have, and they've more so. It's more so been in the marshals. Like the marshals, I feel like think they have more power than they actually do. And if you're a golf marshal, if you're like a T, what do they call them? Tee box marshals, or just like a course marshal? Course marshal.
I think course
Yeah.
marshal.
I'm not trying to like degrade anyone, but there are some asshole course marshals out there, and a lot of the times they're older. They don't bring good vibes. It gives me a little of the country club feel of like, that's not what 80% of us are out there to do.
No.
Like I love chatting it up with different people on the course. Like I'd love to chat it up, but when some people are just like, kind of being an asshole, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to move on from this.
Well,
and I might even hit a little bit early, even though you told me not to.
Well, and that's one thing. I only wrote down 2 for this segment because it was actually really hard for me to think of things that can ruin a round.
Yeah.
I just wrote assholes, period.
Yeah.
So like groups hitting into you on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah, like that. Remember I told you the one story from Edgewood?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people like that.
Yeah.
That are just spazzing and yelling and swearing and just being douchebags.
Yep.
That'll ruin a round real quick. Because like that, when that altercation happens, it's not just over when it's done. You sit there and you stew for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You get into it with somebody, even if it's just a little bit. That dwells. You dwell on that for a good 2-3 holes.
You don't just forget about that.
Yep.
They should have backyard like golf, like backyard boxing almost. Like if you get pissed off at someone at the course, like you can go put your name on a list in the clubhouse and you just
beat the shit out of each other.
Just fight it out. Yeah.
Just at the turn, there should be like a little like sign up sheet to like, hey, I like to challenge so and so to a fight at the end of this round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't they do? Yeah, maybe not necessarily fighting.
Country club, fight club.
I was thinking for pink slips, but you probably wouldn't just fight for pink slips.
Fight for their clubs.
That's what
fight for their clubs.
Play for their clubs.
I think you still gotta fight.
You do a
I think you gotta fight it
1v1
out.
match for the club.
I'd lose a lot of clubs if that was the case. But if it was a fight, I would lose even more. So
I think if I won one of those, like if I won someone's clubs off of them, I'd immediately throw them in the pond. Like if it was someone that
Just
genuinely
right in
pissed
their
me
face.
off. Yeah.
Like, hey, fuck you. You can have these, but you're going swimming, buddy.
Yep. Exactly.
I think I just immediately post them on Facebook Marketplace like, in front of them.
You could do
For
that.
dirt cheap.
Yeah, terribly cheap. So they can buy them back, but they have to buy them.
No. The golf clubs are free. The pictures on Facebook Marketplace is an underwater camera of the clubs laying at the bottom. It just says free golf clubs.
Pick up.
Hole 6 at Edgewood. First come, first serve.
Lightly used.
Not sure what's in the bag.
Yeah, a little bit of water damage.
Slight
maybe.
rust, perhaps.
Yep. That would be kind of electric.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that get kind of, when you get alcohol involved in anything, then people get a little bit pissed off.
I don't know how you can be so upset on a golf course.
Yeah. I do have a story. So one thing is the bev cart not being there. That is kind of a down.
That throws me off too, though.
It won't ruin
does
the round.
Suck, but
it won't ruin the round.
I thought of that as well, but it wouldn't ruin the round for me. Yes,
correct. Yeah,
but
okay.
it is a bummer when it's not there.
If it's like
I
a
agree.
Saturday afternoon and it's beautiful out and there's no bev cart, that's not ruined, but it's fucking close for me.
Big time devalues the round.
Yeah. And that's when you're like, God, we should have brought our own beer onto the course. But also that's very frowned upon.
Yep.
So like maybe it's a ploy by the course to get people not to be dumbasses. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, I would take a few dumbasses to make that money though.
I agree.
Yeah, what are the odds that the dumbasses are directly around you?
Yeah.
Like it's a long day at
I wonder what the
dumbassery.
thought process is around not having a bev cart riding around. Like,
Staffing shortage.
Yeah.
yeah, but you could find pretty much anyone to do it. Like there is a stark difference between a really good bev cart girl and someone that doesn't know what they're doing. There is an obvious difference. But selling some beverages compared to none is, I think, an even bigger difference for
I
the
agree.
course, right?
I agree.
Yeah, but you're also getting, it's a job with a lot of like younger people. Sometimes they're calling off because they're hungover from like going out the night before. So I'm guessing there's a lot of like late notice. Hey, we
Gotcha.
can't show up today.
I would.
type
I can
situations.
get on board with that. Definitely. So I went and golfed 18 on Saturday in Lincoln, Nebraska at the Pioneers course. Good, pretty nice course. No water, no sand, which is awesome.
Hell yeah.
There, there's fescue and all that kind of shit, but really fun course. We actually denied the bev cart girl the first 2 times.
Whoa.
I know. I mean, we started golfing at 9:30, just me and my brother. And last time she came around was like hole 14, so we got a couple each. And I asked for a Arnold Palmer, thinking they had the spiked Arnold Palmer. Well, she's like, no, I don't have them in cans, but I can make you one. So she did. And I thought something was kind of off with this one. So I took a couple swigs and I'm like, what kind of vodka did you put in this? Because I knew she didn't. And she's like, oh no, did you want vodka in that? I'm like, yeah. I'll take just like the spiked Arnold Palmer or whatever. So she's like, okay, yeah, no problem. Just hand it back and I'll put some Tito's in it. So she grabs the bottle of Tito's out of the cooler, and the entire neck and like top third of the bottle was broken off. So it's literally like someone broke a beer
Like a
bottle,
glass?
except from the bottom part, and then just like filled it up with Tito's.
It's like a chalice at that point that she has to hold it.
Basically,
Looks
yeah.
like a fucking milk jug.
And then I saw her pour that thing. Holy shit. I shit you not. There was 4 shots in that.
She's trying to kill you.
And maybe she just felt bad because she didn't understand.
Well,
what I said
also
right away.
her pouring control was gone without the neck of the bottle.
Exactly. And at the same time, it's like, well, I want to make sure there's what if hopefully there's no glass in here, but you can't see the glass because there's ice in it also. So I'm like very.
That's when you pull the straw out and you drink from the edge of the glass and like
Yeah.
you use your lips as a filter to catch anything.
Yeah, I was very, very sus about drinking that thing too quick, making sure I didn't get like any remnants of the broken bottle in my mouth. All turned out to be good.
Good.
It was all good. It was a good drink. I mean, it's 4 or 5 shots.
So that doesn't ruin a round for you, at least.
No, and it was on 14, but I did start going downhill after that.
I can imagine your blood alcohol content just doubled.
It just skyrocketed, and I didn't really have breakfast that morning either, so that obviously contributed to it as well. But
You were probably in the zone for about 2 minutes.
yeah, probably.
And then shot right by it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing about the sweet spot is you got to be able to maintain that for a while. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, that's part of the science of golf.
Yep. I will tell you one thing that I've incorporated in my bag this year that is next level, and that is a koozie.
Just a
Just one
singular
single
koozie.
Because it's like, why not just have one koozie in your bag? Because it like expands the circumference of your drink to start with.
So it's not rattling around.
So that's not rattling around. And it's just nice to know. It feels like a piece of home. you
I
know?
don't need a koozie because I drink my beers before they get warm.
The amount of people, that's exactly what Jade told me at League on Thursday. I shit you not. He told me the exact thing.
What a fucking hardo. Jade,
know.
if you can hear us, his office is next door. Fuck you.
But I don't know. There's just something about I was telling you about an $8 waste management open
Yep.
koozie at the
That's a
tournament.
good koozie to have in your bag.
Oh, 100%. Because then, it sparks conversation
Yep.
and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, if you have an extra koozie laying around, just throw it in your bag and don't touch it.
Yep.
I agree.
Matt, do you have anything that'll ruin a round for you?
Have you guys ever gotten a bad text or a bad email when you're out there, like from a
Yes.
boss or like just
Boss specifically,
just
yes.
like just something that'll just completely like throw off the rest of your day? You're all of a sudden you're thinking about, oh, now I have to go do this after the round is
Mhm.
over.
That literally happened to me on Saturday.
Really?
Hey, we have to get this thing on the website done immediately. Saturday at like 11:30.
So you're on
noon.
hole like 6.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, yeah, like I'll call someone to see if they can do it. I have no access to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about that for the next 3 or 4
Mhm.
holes.
Yeah, it's all you can really think about for a while. Your mood just instantly, like the sunshine inside you instantly dies out.
Dude, that's
you
a
go
great
cold.
one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Text
just-
messages are powerful.
It
They
sucks
are.
the energy off the course.
'Cause
Like
you
right
can't-
out of your body.
You can't read like their body language at the point of them sending the text.
Mhm.
So you don't know if like maybe this person just doesn't use a lot of like punctuation or like, throw an exclamation point in there.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, when you get a quick chance, can you do this? Like, well, my quick chance is going to be in like 2 hours if that's
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, no problem, man. Just
I'm
get
gonna-
it done.
I'm going to start putting my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm on the course.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I also
whoops.
just think people need
Oh.
to use punctuation in their text messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're at that point. We've all been
Yeah.
at the other
There's
side of it.
Also, a massive Rolodex of emojis.
Yeah.
Do we need to start making emojis less cheesy and more for actually reading emotions?
I think that'd be smart.
Maybe people should just throw, because there's a 1 through 10 in there. Just throw like your level of like urgency after like a text if you're asking someone something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then we're going to end up getting Michael Scotted and putting SOS at the front of every single, or urgent in front of every single
Yeah.
text just to get people to respond.
Well, the
That
other
is
shitty part too is like when you're reading a text in the golf cart and your buddy's like trying to talk to you, like you're zoning him out
Uh-huh.
because you want to take care of this. this issue as fast as possible and you're not paying attention, it's just like it definitely kills the vibes.
That is what. There's no hiding it either.
No.
When you get a bad text, your cart partner knows immediately.
Your body language goes to
Yes.
shit
Yep.
within
Yes.
seconds.
That's the worst, man. I'm honestly going to start leaving my phone in my truck.
Don't you use it?
I
Don't
gotta
you use it for your
the app.
GPS and stuff?
I'll just buy a rangefinder. I'll
Yeah.
just get a rangefinder of some sort.
I put mine in my bag.
Your
I-
rangefinder?
It's not a bad
No,
idea.
my phone. I don't have a rangefinder.
That's a good idea.
I've started keeping my phone in my pocket and just because I can get distances on my watch now. So I'll just do that.
You can also get texts on your watch.
But yeah,
though,
that's
too.
a problem with the Apple Watch.
Fucking shit.
Dude, yeah, that's a really good one, Matt.
There's no avoiding it. It just it just ruins it. The other person will always notice, and you can't like play it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, one of the like the main thing that could ruin around is a text message that you can't read body language from.
mhm.
Like you said, from the boss, from the wife, from
family member.
from whoever. And it's like, well, maybe this is urgent. I need to answer it. But also like I'm fucking busy right now.
Mhm.
I'm not going to be available for the next 3 hours.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
least.
That's the best thing about golfing with Miles is you're not going to get a text from him
Yes.
about work
Yep.
while you're with him golfing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the biggest one for me. Besides that, it's really tough to ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Like ruin is a very strong word.
Right.
I think that is probably the closest thing.
Especially if
Just
you're
any
only...
reminder of the outside world. in
Yeah.
I know.
general.
I know. You're literally in your own world on the golf course.
Yeah. It's like college kind of. It's just like a vacuum or like a bubble
Yep.
where the real world rules don't
Mhm.
apply.
Do you get any 2-for-1s this weekend?
No, unfortunately.
I got a couple.
My dad
ones.
did, though. I didn't spend as much time looking for balls as I usually do because I had my child with.
Yep.
But
You should have had him looking for balls. That'd be actually a fun activity for
yeah, but it was also like a war zone out there with the wind.
sure.
Balls were flying in left and right. And I was like, okay, I kind of understand where the marshal was coming from now.
Yeah.
So I was mostly just protecting my kid.
Yep.
You were
Uh,
full father mode out there.
I was. And my dad was in full grandpa mode, letting him do whatever.
Yeah.
Your
I-
kid
I
was
was like,
just in
God
full 2-year-old
Damn
mode.
it, Dad.
Yep. Yeah. I did get a couple 2-for-1 specials. Threw a ball into the fescue, hit a ball into the fescue, and came out with 2 nice ones. One was
There you go.
a red Callaway Super Soft,
Oh,
And the other one was
the
a
matte red.
the matte red. Yep. And the other
God,
one was
I
a
love those
Kirkland.
balls.
So lose one to get 2. Sometimes it works out in your favor.
Little BOGO sale on the course.
Yep.
I've never heard of that because it referred to that.
Did we come up with that last week?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's because it's
Uh,
brand new.
2-for-1s out at the course today. You lose a ball,
Gotcha.
you come out with 2.
Yep.
It's a great,
It's a
great
great-
t-shirt idea.
It's also a great return on investment. If you buy 12
Mhm.
balls, odds are you might get 24 or more back.
Well, yeah, it's basically like a Roth IRA. It's a guaranteed return.
Yeah, retire by your
Yeah.
60 type
Well,
situation.
it's just like
Yeah.
cryptocurrency.
yeah,
like
it's
we're-
guaranteed.
You put in $1 and you get $2 back automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're buying balls to lose them right now so that in the future we never have to buy balls again.
That's why also the balls you find typically, like if you buy shitty balls like Top Flights or whatever, like that's the move. Go buy Top Flights because you're going to come out with like a Callaway or a TaylorMade or a Kirkland or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and if the market's way up, you might come out with a Pro V1.
Exactly. I mean, and that's a $4 golf ball right there.
Yeah, only average golfers can take a Top Flight and turn it into a Pro V1.
See, that's why I never aim for the fairway personally. That's why
You got to fill the
aim
bag
for
at
woods,
some point. Yeah.
Aim for tall grass, anything like that.
100%.
So golfers need to start considering the buy one get one sales at the course more often.
And that starts with you at the store going to the checkout register.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a shitty box of balls. Buy the refurbished ones. They have
Mhm.
bags of
Lots of
refurbished
them.
balls for cheap. Do that. Hit one off the tee. You're going to go into the woods and you're going to come out with 2.
Yep.
You do have to buy in originally. It does take that initial investment for sure.
It's an investment in yourself.
Absolutely. Because you're just also not going to hit as many, hopefully, into the woods because it's just
Yeah, I
extra,
mean,
it's extra reps.
Yeah, by the time you got all the balls you need to retire,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be good enough to not hit them in the woods anymore.
Yeah,
100%.
when it's
Yeah.
the 10,000 hour rule, kind of. It's just
Yeah.
10,000 balls that you hit
Yeah.
into the woods.
Well, it's like if you, and then if you're playing good with these shitty balls, like why spend more on good balls?
Mhm.
You're either going to lose them and get more, or you're going to play good, not lose them and be like, wow, this cheap ball really is doing it for me.
What is the most expensive like brand of balls?
Pro V1s.
Pro V1, Pro V1X, they're like $4 a ball.
That's kind
brand
of
new?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, about $36 to $40 a dozen.
Whew. That would be the worst thing I could spend my money on at this stage of my life.
Yeah, I haven't bought. Well, I did just buy the new TaylorMade Tour Response balls with the yellow line all the way around them. Pretty cool ball, great for putting. Other than that,
basically, we're saying being a shitty golfer pays.
It does. Did find a wedge on a green this last week and
return it this time.
Was going to return to the clubhouse. Saw a guy booking it down the fairway, and I yelled at him real quick, say, "Hey, I got your Cleveland 58 degree in my bag." I didn't know if he thought I was stealing it or not because it was in my bag, but I was going to return it to the clubhouse.
That's good.
And then
$50 and it's yours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know who this is.
If you don't pay me the $50, you can fish it out of the bottom of this pond.
And then we saw another club laying just like in the short grass somewhere. Went up to it, no head on it.
Oh, you left it out there?
Well, they probably broke the club. Like the head probably flew off, and then they just chucked the shaft.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's bad etiquette. Pick your garbage up, you scumbag.
Yeah.
I almost left mine on Thursday.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
The first time I would have actually no. It's like I've done that before. I had to go back to a course one time.
You would have noticed though, because you were about to use that club on the next hole.
Yeah.
You would have teed off with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost left your driver at a hole?
No. We went from par 4 to par 3.
Yeah.
And it was his wedge that he left on the side of the green.
Sure.
Almost did, but thankfully the Good Samaritans helped me out.
Yep.
I always look for wedges. Whether I have one out there or not.
Yeah.
I'll always scan the green, and I always put my wedge on the green in between the hole and the cart.
Yep.
So I have to walk back directly over top of that.
That's the move, without a doubt, now that most people are starting to leave the pin in. But when people used to take the pin out, you always just lay your club over the pin.
Yep.
So those are the two ways to make sure you don't lose your club again, Matt. Leave it in between the hole and the cart so that it's in your path when you're walking back to the cart, or if you're taking the pin out, lay it over the pin.
I usually take a different path back to the cart. I don't know why. I just wander out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Just take a little detour before you take that path, put your club down, and then go back.
Yeah.
Do you think we as a society will ever get back to taking the pin out regularly, or did COVID kind of just change that?
No, it's PGA rule.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a COVID thing.
No, it's PGA rule that you can putt with the pin in now.
Yeah.
That it was implemented.
You used to have to take it out.
Okay.
It was like 2 years ago, maybe.
Yep.
And I always putt with the pin in, bank shot.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I didn't as much this last week because the pin was literally at a 45-degree angle, like I said.
Yeah.
So it would block shots often.
Yeah, that's not good.
But at that point, you're playing like stoner rules from Frawl. If you rattle the chains, it counts. You rattle the pin, it counts.
Yep. I have forgot my divot fixer, which also doubles as like keep my grip off the ground.
Yeah.
So there's one course out in Lakes Country, and put my club down with the divot fixer so it wouldn't get wet. And I left my divot fixer there. I didn't realize it till like 3 holes later. I came back and I knew exactly where it was, and there it was. It was like a $20 divot fixer. Such a great feeling.
Yeah.
But it was also in like the long grass too, so I surprised I found it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you remembered exactly where it was.
Actually.
Yeah,
Long
I know.
grass.
I'm like, fuck, I put it down in this spot. It's got to be in this area somewhere.
That's something where I'm almost like, well, that's gone. I'm just not even going to look.
Well, it's like, it's got my initials on it. It's a really nice one. So
Yeah.
Had to at least try.
One perk that I wasn't expecting about bringing your kid to the course, just hand them the second club. They'll keep it from getting wet.
ooh.
Built-in caddy.
Yep.
Ooh.
Charlie was my caddy. I would hand him the putter when I was chipping and vice versa. He didn't have to worry about losing my club if I just gave it to him. If we lose it, then it's his fault.
Or you just don't lose the kid. It's kind of the goal.
Yeah, well, if it was up to Grandpa, he'd have ran the whole course. So
What was the most like obnoxious thing that he did? He didn't hit the cart or anything with the club, did he?
No, but we just finished putting and we were walking back to the cart, and he just starts off in a sprint. He didn't have any clubs in his hand. So he just takes off and he fucking belly flopped into a sand trap.
No.
He just straight up full on eagled into the sand
On
trap.
purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
It was pretty funny.
Did he rake it when he was done?
I did, but it
Fucking make him rake it.
Yeah, you got to teach
he's
him
too. You
etiquette.
can't pick up the rake. It's too heavy.
Help him out then.
If he can belly flop into the sand, he can rake the sand.
He came out with a mouthful of sand, just covered head to toe in sand.
Did he regret his decision, or was
Immediately,
he happy about it?
immediately
Did he
regretted
cry?
it. No,
Did he cry at all on the course?
no.
No
I mean,
tantrums?
He had some like wind tears, like he, snot coming from his nose, like all little kids do, and
Yeah.
tears and shit because the wind was blowing everything around. But
So did he enjoy it?
Yeah, he had a blast.
Really? Did he tell you had a blast?
He did. He's like, Dad, that was so much fun. I would like to express my gratitude to you for bringing me with on this journey.
Very articulate.
Yep.
Uh,
No, but he did tell everybody the next day and then this morning that he went golfing.
really?
Mhm.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Did he? So what's the age where, like, let's say you are 6 years old or you're 10 years old. When do you have to start paying for a round?
I think you have to pay for a round, period.
What?
But
Like if you're golfing and not just like riding along with Dad, you got to pay.
As a 6-year-old though, how do you, what, like, you can't charge a 6-year-old for
I
a
can't
round
imagine
of golf.
I think it's like eating at a restaurant. Like kids under 10 or whatever eat free.
Or like on
That's
an
not the
airplane.
case in most places.
Or
I
like-
still got to pay for them,
Really?
Like on an airplane. Like kids under 2 it's free for a kid
but
under 2,
only if they
whatever.
ride on your lap.
Correct.
But if they want a seat, they got to pay for that seat. So I think it's the same. If they want to golf, the golf's got to be paid for.
But do you even need to tell the course that he's golfing?
Maybe.
I'm guessing they'll see it. Unless they're just using your clubs, they'll probably see their clubs.
Yeah.
Well, how are they going to see that though? You're in the clubhouse.
I meant like a marshal would probably snitch or something like that.
How does the marshal know you paid for it? You didn't pay for him.
That is true.
Couldn't tell
Does
you.
anyone know the minimum age that you have to pay for someone to golf?
I don't know.
Is it 5? That 5's the age requirement to go onto the course. Is it
Is there
10?
is there a junior rate?
There's gotta be,
there's
dude.
junior
Yeah.
membership rates.
Yeah.
There's got to be, because I can't imagine them charging an 8-year-old, $25
Full
bucks.
green fees.
Yeah.
Full green fees plus half a cart to
They
go
should
out
charge
there.
them more because they're going to be taking more shots.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. That's an interesting question. It's a bummer that we don't have Google. To
Yeah,
look
we're
that
not
up.
Googling it. We'll just let it live in mystery.
I'm heading there now, guys. The
Now
computer's been
he
really
is.
slow. it took me. I was
Matt.
so enthralled in the
I'm sure you were.
conversation. Oh my god! All right,
I can't believe
what do
you
we
just-
look it up again.
Minimum age. I don't know that you have to pay for a round of golf.
Yeah, that sounds right. 13 and under. I think it's a course. How early can a child play golf? That's probably not. These are just for playing golf.
Anyway,
This is gonna be a tough one.
Just look up kids golf green fee.
Okay.
we need to stretch of nice weather coming up here.
Yeah,
a
it was
really
pretty
nice-
rainy.
Oh, it's gonna be
T
rainy.
storms.
Yep, testosterone storms coming through.
Lots of them. Honestly,
The
playing
boys will be out.
in a storm isn't that bad. I've done it.
Yeah, but I just don't prefer to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't prefer it either, but it hasn't ruined the round for me yet.
Yeah, I would agree. I just
It's
wouldn't prefer it. you
So
know?
fucked that just a little wind can be so much worse than pouring rain.
I know. Well, you guys will be gone Tuesday through. When are you coming back?
I'm never fucking coming back.
When are you coming back?
Sunday.
Nice. So I'm not gonna work. I won't be working Tuesday to Friday. So I'll just be golfing every single day, because I have no responsibilities outside of this job.
Hey, you have 425 shots.
So I'm just gonna golf every single day. I'm actually gonna try and beat my own record.
Okay, Ryan. You live
425.
at the top of the leaderboard.
You think you could hit 500?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I could hit 500 balls in a couple hours. I bet.
Yeah,
Oh.
but like, do you think your body would allow you? Because what happened is your body started to fail
Yeah, your
you.
whole arm shut down last time.
What you guys don't realize is the mind goes before the body usually. So
You're fucking crazy.
as long as you can just power through the mental game of it, that's the toughest part about hitting
They say-
425 shots in a day.
They say when your mind wants to quit, you're only about 40% done.
So what's another 60% on top of 425?
I can figure out on Google.
I mean, even 1,000 shots. I think I could take 1,000 shots in a day.
I don't even want to test it.
I don't want to test 1,000. I would like to break my own record though.
Okay. 426.
No, if we're gonna break it, like David Goggins was breaking the pull-up record, and he did like
There we go.
the record was like 4,000 some, and he did 17,000 some
Oh.
in 24
Jesus.
hours.
So if that was actually the case, you would hit 680 shots.
Okay, I think the mind has 680.
Might as well round up to 690 just for the goof.
True.
Well, the
Um,
record, we don't actually know. It's probably closer to 420 than 425.
Yeah, I mean, to be exact, it probably was 420. I'm embellishing a little bit.
Yeah,
with the
yeah, we get it. We
425.
get it.
There's at least 5 like practice swings in there.
What's so you're gone Tuesday through Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what's 680 times 4?
I'm gone till Sunday.
I know, but the weekend doesn't count.
Oh, also
'cause I
one
don't
right
know.
now. I'm bringing the sticks to Nashville.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be-
27-20.
So I could take about over 2,500 shots Tuesday through Friday.
That's
when
more
guys
than
are
you
gone.
took all summer last summer.
Yeah. I mean, when I was younger, I probably hit that in like 4 rounds.
That's not a brag.
No, I know it's
That's
not.
bad.
I know. I've come a long way, Tyler.
Matt's getting there.
Yeah.
75 shots per 9. Wouldn't take long to get to
That'd take about a
2,700.
week as
Yeah.
well.
So what's the goal for league this next week?
I try not to think too much. I know I sound just like so super just annoying when I say this. I try not to think too much in terms of numbers. I'm really just going for like in terms of like total progress, like just
What's the
shots
goal-
that feel good.
What's
you
the
gotta-
goal though?
You got to
Like,
measure the number.
What's
I
the goal
suppose.
here?
I don't
The
know.
goal, because you can't measure just taking good shots.
Yeah. Is
There's
it
no
lame?
measurement to that.
Is it lame to say the goal is just to have fun? Is it?
Yes and no. I don't disagree with it, but you want to have fun as the group. You got to have some personal
Correct.
goals too.
Okay.
Tyler, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's go for breaking 70.
I like that. See, that's
Good.
a good,
great goal.
achievable goal.
Okay.
So 70, so 9 times 8 is 72. So you basically just need to shoot an 8 on every hole and a 7.
I had a couple
other
like
t- on-
12s and 13s.
You had
which
2
screwed me
6s
over.
though.
I did have 2 6s. Couple 12s and 13s.
We also got to work on that short game, the like 50 yards and in.
I agree. I need to get a lesson for that one because so far all I did was driving.
You gonna keep going with the lessons?
I think I'm gonna do one a month, something like that.
Not bad.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
It is.
nothing
Yeah.
crazy. But the lessons did even translate to the irons because I tried them when I just hit in the bay afterwards and load a difference.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's sick.
Turns out bending your elbows does so much.
Bending. So I'm having trouble imagining bending your elbows.
Well, I was like just pure straight, like very stiff. I like just it was
Yep.
more. It feels more like a swing now than like. I guess
Okay,
originally
okay.
kind of felt like a lever.
You're talking about
Yeah,
like
you're not like a pendulum on a clock
It's more
anymore.
fluid, I think.
Yeah.
we got to see this swing in action. You got to get video next time so you can lay in bed and watch that at night.
I don't think I can
Don't
do
do
that. That's
Now, Matt, my
holy
goal for
level.
you for the end of the summer is I want you to shoot a 55.
I think that'll be easily be done.
20 strokes off your first round.
I'll do that by the 4th.
Okay.
See, now I'm just going full blown opposite with it. I'm
So
Yep.
what is
Yep.
that?
Yep.
What's
Super
that per hole?
analytical.
55 divided by 9.
I got you. I got Google.
I don't know, 5-ish, 5.159.
If I can type, I can tell you. 6.11.
So it's just over.
That's tough, actually, now that I think of
If
it.
you can shoot a 6 on each hole, you'll have a. What's 9 times 6?
God damn it. 9 times 6.
42.
56, isn't it?
9 times 6, 54.
54. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
fuck.
Yeah, just get a 6
Yeah.
on every hole.
So get a 6 on every single hole.
I can do that. My goal for the summer is
54.
still a birdie. I'm
I like that.
still working on that
All
one.
it takes is one good shot on a par 3 for a birdie.
I know.
Matt, you're going to get to 55.
You think? I know. Eventually, I will. It's just a matter of like I try not to put too much of a time limit on my goals.
No,
'Cause
this,
that's when
this
that's
summer.
when anxiety comes in.
No, you got it.
I think I know.
You got
what
until Halloween.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you, I have a cure for the anxiety on the course.
I don't really have anxiety on the course, but
You just said that it's when your anxiety kicks in.
if I start putting like time restraints on myself, yes.
Oh, well, you did put your time restraints on yourself on that one hole where you were just like, you were speed walking basically to each ball because I think one hit a tree and then the other one went into the weeds and.
Well, yeah. I'm also just trying to keep up.
Matt, you have the funniest reaction when you hit a bad shot. You hit a bad shot and then you just immediately go, and then you walk really fast towards it.
You got to get it out of your system.
It is good. Yeah, you do bring good vibes to the team though.
We try. Well, I think the thing that was also a rude awakening is usually like when I'm playing like around with just you guys, I am allowed to take like those random drops or
Yeah, yep.
or
yep.
like take a ton of mulligans if I want.
Yeah.
That was not the case this time. I had
Yeah.
to count every single shot. I think that was pretty sobering for me.
The interesting thing about league is so the amount of times that we questioned like do we just put me down for this or like that counted or it's like no boys, this is league right
Like,
now.
we can't count those this time.
This is not a Saturday late morning round
Yeah.
FERDA, you know.
And it's not like
fertile whatsoever.
and it's not like we're being fact checked by any of the other teams. It's
no,
just we want to win,
It's
but
respect
we
for the
want to
game.
win the right way.
correct.
It's respect for the
Correct.
game.
Yep.
But yeah, that was very sobering for me. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I think I was gonna drop a third one. Like when there was that one water, I couldn't get it over, and you guys were like, "No, just come drop up there." We just can't do it.
Do you know what the format is this next week?
I do not.
That's because you're
but
not trying to go.
you guys are also, you got to schedule tea time.
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to handle that.
We also have to find a fourth. Don't
Well,
we?
we'll do one at
Intern.
we'll do a tea time at
Intern,
like
okay.
11 a.m. because I won't be working Thursday anyway. So.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah,
No one
same.
else is either, I guess.
No,
I mean,
I might fly back just for league, and then I'll fly back to Nashville.
I mean $87 flight Allegiant direct.
Got it.
So
I'm-
and I believe
I'll
they
just-
fly in and out Thursdays.
I'll just
Yeah,
I'll
honestly.
drive to Nashville and then just drive back for league and then fly back. To
or just record like Golf 9 down there and record your score. And we'll put it
yeah,
in.
good idea.
So
Yeah, I think you guys are playing front nine next week. So
Hell yeah.
nice.
Hopefully not as many trees
it's
there.
it's harder.
We're gonna hit.
Is
some-
it actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. We're
Yeah.
gonna hit some absolute missiles on,
Good.
on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You just have to
Couple
keep
too
me
free.
maybe FaceTime me.
Okay.
Just
Matt's
like
got the beers this next week.
Yeah, I'll get some
So-
cash out.
the whole round.
I'll find an ATM.
The entire round.
Yeah, that's fine. It's only 3 of us.
Don't think I'm not keeping a tally of how many drinks I buy you guys.
I'm sure you already have.
If Matt shoots,
No, I'm kidding. You don't never want to be the guy who's like, hey dude, I bought last week.
yeah, you don't want to keep the tab. Like I know it is right now is a bit, but the tab doesn't roll over round to round.
No. Except unless you drop $100 on.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're like going to an expensive course or something like that.
Yeah.
I also think it's just it's just like it's a nice thing to do. Like if someone buys you a drink, you buy them one back.
Yep.
It's no different than you just buying your own drinks.
Mhm.
But it's just
human,
the fact.
it's also just human courtesy.
Correct. But I will tell you, there are people out there that if you buy them drinks, they will not buy you one back.
Yeah.
I know
And
people who would just be
shitheads.
like, I never asked you to buy me one. Like you'll just buy one just
Yeah.
for like courtesy or whatever, and then you're like, oh, can you get the next round? They're like, I never asked you to buy me that.
Yeah, and
And then
those
why
are
did you accept it?
right. Those are the people you just can't be friends with.
yeah. Fuck them.
So
Not the Matt. If you got friends like that, I would consider cutting them.
No,
Cutting them out.
trust me, I'm buying drinks.
Okay.
Because isn't the rule you buy someone a drink if you get a hole in one? Isn't that how it works?
You buy the whole course of drink if you get a hole in one.
oh yeah, the
All
whole
right, well, I better
clubhouse.
get my.
I have a savings account just for the day I get a hole in one.
Do you actually?
No.
We were talking about this on the course actually. I want to be a part of a hole in one.
Mhm.
I don't know, like obviously I want to hit one, but even if I don't, I want to be a part.
Witness it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I want to witness a hole in one because I think I would go absolutely bananas
Mhm.
if a buddy of mine hit a hole in one. That's fucking huge.
Too bad
dude.
none of us were even close last week.
No.
We were talking though, like if you were to just go out there with a bucket of balls, how long would it take? Do you think? Same hole, you just keep hitting them.
Yeah, probably quite a while.
I think it would take, probably. I mean, for me, it'd probably take like 36 hours.
Especially because we can't shape the ball like you need to get a hole in one 9 times out of 10. We're going to have to get a good bounce and roll because we're not playing backspin. We're not playing all that. We're not shaping the shot into the wind so it flies straighter. We're not doing any of that. We're just going to have to hit it
Speak for
straight at the
yourself.
pin and hope to God it's right.
Yeah, but I still think you could do it within like 36 hours or so. If you're doing nothing but just hitting them, like you don't have to go
That's
get
a
your balls.
long time.
It's a
No,
really-
it's a long time, but I think you could do it.
You think I could do it in 425 shots?
Yes, I actually think you could.
My body would break down.
It would, but like if that's all
Not
you're
as
doing,
fast
I'm
as your
saying.
mind.
Correct.
But I do think it's a lot. It would be feasible.
Also, you maybe have to get a piece of turf out there to hit off of.
Yeah,
And
That's-
I know.
that's
fuck the
I know
tee
that's
box up.
not legit. It's not a legit hole in one.
No, it
anyway, if
wouldn't
You're just
be.
Yeah.
out there trying, but yeah, we'd maybe just need to get a piece of turf.
Yeah.
I could bring my fairway mat. Maybe we should try and line that up.
I'm not bringing your fairway mat golfing.
No. We line it up with the course to where they let us on a par 3
Mm.
hole, and we can sit out there until we hit a hole in one.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about wrecking the green because we're not going to hit it that often.
No.
Yeah.
Repetitions though, Tyler. That's
yeah.
what it takes. All right. Well, let's wrap this podcast up.
Mhm.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to episode 84 of the Double Bogey Show. We're going to be back again Thursday with League, and then we'll fill you in more next week on that.
Yep.
In the meantime, if you have no responsibilities like I do, head out to the course or go get a lesson or go do
Maybe hit a BOGO sale up this weekend.
yeah, go hit a BOGO sale in the woods. And if you got 426 shots in you, let's see it. Love you.
Bye. Hell, that's a breakfast ball.